the one where Joey speaks French is the 13th episode of season 10 of Friends. This is directed by Gary Halvorson, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. And with this one, I'll talk about each part of the narrative in turn. I don't have a tremendous amount of thoughts. I feel like with the last few episodes, in fact with the bulk of season 10, I've had quite a lot to say. But with this one, I don't have too many in-depth thoughts. It's a really great episode. Joey is fabulous, and the story with Ross and Rachel is definitely very thought-provoking. And we also have part of the story focusing on Erica, Monica, and Chandler, and I'll start there. Erica is actually coming to visit. She's never been to New York, so they're going to show her the sights, which I thought was a really lovely thing to do. And Chandler ends up having a really great time. It wasn't essential, but it would have been nice to just see them out and about in New York, kind of like what we got when they were in London. Because many viewers, myself included at the time, wouldn't have seen a lot of New York. So it would have been nice to have seen them out and about it. Again, it's not essential. They didn't need to do it, but it would have been quite nice. And we also have another part of this narrative because it turns out that Erica's not 100% sure who the father is. It could be one person who seems like a really great guy, or it could be somebody who Chandler ultimately calls Chauvelin Joe. And we do find out quite quickly that actually the thing that Erica did with Chauvelin Joe is not how you make a baby. So it's not Chauvelin Joe, it's the other guy. And it was a decent part of the narrative. I don't love Erica as a character. I do like Anna Faris, and I did think she does a great job with the performance. But I don't really care for Erica. I don't dislike her, but at the end of the day, if she's giving Monica and Chandler a baby, I have to like her a little bit. So it's a fun part of the story. What's not fun, but is very well done, is the story focusing on Rachel because her father has a heart attack and she goes to the hospital. Ross goes with her. It's very clear that Ross doesn't want to go, and he's alone in the room with Mr. Green and he's watching television, and Mr. Green wakes up and he tells Ross, "You tugged on my catheter." And I remember learning what a catheter was because of that. I would have been, 11 maybe when I first saw this episode, and yeah, that taught me what a catheter was. So educational in ways. And Rachel is feeling, well, not great. She wants some comfort, and when she's in her room with Ross, when they're in Rachel Green's room, he turns down her request to sleep with him. That seems like a very formal way. It wasn't quite that formal, but he turns her down, and it's such a good moment for Ross because clearly she's vulnerable. And there would be the possibility that he would be taking advantage of her, advantage of the situation. So well done, Ross, for not doing that. And Rachel's in a mood with him the next day. And I have to say, it's not a good look for Rachel. She doesn't seem to understand that Ross did the right thing. And it was a little glimpse into spoilt little rich girl Rachel, who always got what she wanted. And now she didn't. So she's in a mood and not talking with Ross. And I don't know, maybe because she was back in her childhood room, that attitude came back to her. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but it wasn't great. But they do have a pretty interesting conversation with things never being fully off the table, which I thought was quite fascinating. And in this episode doesn't go anywhere, but certainly it was an interesting discussion for them to have. So it's an emotional part of the episode. It's not overly heavy. Obviously, her father's okay. He's awake, he's talking, he seems fine, so it's it's not like he died or anything, but it's still quite a moving moment when we find out that he had a heart attack. Rachel's clearly upset by this, but I think the main message there, of course, well, two messages. One, don't take advantage. Two, don't be annoyed when somebody does the right thing and doesn't take advantage of the situation. So some lessons there all round. And then we come to Joey. Joey asks Phoebe to help him speak French for an audition because, of course, he lied on his CV, and it doesn't go well. And we get so many great quotes from Joey here. His fake French. So many amazing things. And I won't name them all. I won't say them all, but there are a couple I love. Eau de Fouf is one of my absolute favourites. And Phoebe gives him... I will get through this. Phoebe gives him some tips. She breaks down the words and it seems to be going well. Je m'appelle. He seems to be getting it. Je m'appelle. Mi poupou. I don't know how they got through this without absolutely being in hysterics. I don't think I've seen any bloopers from this. If there are any out there that I haven't seen, please do let me know. And Joey's very adorable poo at one point I thought was just the most perfect thing ever. And he goes to the audition feeling like he can speak French because he ends up using cassette tapes to learn to speak French, and he thinks he's doing a great job because the cassette tape tells him he's doing a great job. So he goes to the audition, and Phoebe goes as well. And I don't love this bit, and I think it does date the show. Many episodes of Friends are very timeless, but Phoebe speaking French to the casting director basically asks him to humour Joey because he's a little R-word. And I don't love it. I really don't love it. It's not funny. I don't love the approach. I don't think it was the right decision. Yes, it does date it, and it is a product of its time. I don't think they'd take this approach today. It's unusual for that to happen in Friends, for something to be really awkward and uncomfortable. So I don't love it. I don't think it's funny. I don't think asking the casting director to humour Joey because, in Phoebe's words, he's a little R-word. I don't love it. I don't know why they ever thought that would be funny, even as a product of its time. So that bit I don't love. But everything around it, including Joey's toot de la fruit, it's just absolutely fabulous. Matt LeBlanc is as fabulous as ever, and we end the episode with Joey going through things on his CV, on his resume that he lied about. One of them is that he can drink a gallon of milk in 10 seconds. He says he can. He goes to the fridge, he gets the milk, he drinks the milk. He maybe drinks like a tenth of it. Everything else goes completely all down him. It's funny. It's good fun. I've always wanted to try that, but I don't want to waste milk, and I don't drink that much milk anyway. So good fun. Really enjoyed it. Could have done without what Phoebe said, but everything else with Joy, so funny. And just absolutely fabulous. I don't know how much of it was in the script, or how much of it Matt LeBlanc said ad-lib during, well, maybe rehearsals, but certainly during the recording. But either way, it's just perfect. Story with Erica, absolutely fine, good fun. And then, of course, with Ross and Rachel, we have a lot of strong takeaways there. Rachel and Ross's story isn't that funny, but I think it has a lot to offer, nevertheless. And ultimately, the one where Joey speaks French is a brilliant episode of Friends.